So you mentioned Abraham, prophets. Prophet Muhammad is deeply venerated in Islam, obviously, but other prophets are as well, Jesus being one of them. What are the similarities and differences in the teachings from these two prophets?
Well, Islam refers to this idea of submission to one God and attaining peace in the process, and refers to the way of life that prophets have all come with, which is this idea of monotheism and serving that one God in the way that he commands you to serve him. So to us, as it says in the Quran, that we do not distinguish between the prophets. All of the prophets came with one message, one mission. There's a coherence in the creed. There's a beauty in the foundation of what would become the legislation of each of those prophets. And we see them all as siblings in prophethood. And so we say Abraham, peace be upon him. We say Jesus, peace be upon him. We say Moses, peace be upon him. We say Muhammad, peace be upon him. We believe that Moses came to confirm what came from Abraham. Jesus came to confirm what came from Moses. Muhammad came to confirm what came from Jesus. They upheld the same message. God did not change over time, nor did the centrality of his message of monotheism change over time. And so to us, it's one beautiful house. There's a saying from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, where he describes the house of prophethood, each prophet being a brick, and him simply being the last brick of a beautiful house. And so we love the prophets of God, and we believe that they each came with the legislation that was necessary for the time, but with the same message.
So the message is fundamentally the same. Is there a difference in emphasis? For example, the emphasis on love with Jesus.
Yeah, it's like when you talk about MLK and Malcolm to an extent, except there was actually some difference, right, between MLK and Malcolm.
Yes.
I just think that the difference is exaggerated between them. But I don't think that Moses didn't emphasize love, but Jesus emphasized love, and then Muhammad didn't emphasize love, peace be upon them all. I think that they each emphasized the same attributes and names of God and ways of knowing God. But there were, of course, changes within legislation, changes within the divine law, but the divine spirit remained the same. And so I don't see them as being counter to each other, nor do I see that any prophet betrayed the message that came before them. I think they're all part of the same beautiful message that we have to be at harmony with our Creator, and that we turn towards Him for our guidance, and that when we do so, we establish a greater existence here on earth. And so I think that that's something that's consistent throughout the message of all the prophets.